Something like that.
How long you work here?
I don't know.
Put on the banner. They were live too, by the way.
Are we live?
Yeah, right now.
Welcome to the 5.5 Legs Virtual Cigar Lounge here at Coast Cigar Lounge at 3418 Bienville Boulevard / Highway 90 in Ocean Springs, Mississippi.
What's the number?
I am here with Mort in the middle, Bones on that end, me as Maverick on this end.
That's this guy.
Welcome, Kevin.
Hey, Kevin.
Hey Kevin, what's
Let
happening?
me bring up the thing.
This is the Drew Estate cigar after it rested a little bit.
Well,
Out of the live pack?
Yep.
I thought they were fantastic.
It is a good smoker.
The
it's
Adobe,
weird that
the Nika Rusta Adobe.
Yeah, yeah.
Fantastic
What
smoke.
looks weird?
they us.
We look weird?
Yeah, it looks like
Yeah.
we're in a cloud.
Oh, that wouldn't have to be smoke, would it?
Smoke.
Is that what it is?
Probably.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, wow. How about that? Kerr, how you doing?
What'd you hear about
What's
the shirt?
happening?
I mean,
He said patience last week.
I know, patience. I got patience.
So, let's start off with what we're
I'm
smoking.
losing patience.
I told you already.
I didn't hear you.
The event cigar from the Drew Estate Live.
Oh, nice. Did we find out the winner yet?
The winner of what?
Oh, no, I'm thinking about the other thing.
Oh, no. We
The
have
1, 2, 3. The
Yeah,
battle pack.
we
did
have
we
found
find
out
out that
about
yet?
No winner yet.
We're gonna find out this year?
Welcome,
probably.
Bruce.
Okay.
This is the Adobe.
Adobe?
Yeah, remember the live
Yeah,
event?
yeah.
The Nika Rusta?
Keep you do me a favor and give me one of those hashtags.
Is that right? Nika Rusta?
Nika Rusta Adobe.
And
Adobe.
I am smoking the Perdomo
Oh, look. Kevin.
LTD series
Kevin
10th
called us
anniversary champagne.
Of course.
Well,
Very, very good.
You need to take that back, Kevin, because this super nerd right here is smoking
Ooh, I like that
a
cigar.
back in black.
Back in black. You need to bring them
And
back.
I placed an order with Mr. Shahan.
Who's
Did
kept two?
Yes. He's got a Father's Day.
Who's kept two?
That's kept too. He's probably talking about the same
Kevin
thing.
Shanahan.
Kevin Shanahan.
He has a 10-pack
Uh-huh.
with 2 of these in there.
Okay.
Great
Eight
short
other
bones.
cigar
Holla, Dirk. What's happening?
I think I did see that.
Something
Yeah.
else. Yeah.
I did see that.
Great shirt bones by Kerr Valente y Mañanientes.
I got a burn hole in there right there.
Do you really?
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, it does, right there.
This is a great golf shirt too. Nice and loose and everything.
Well,
Feels
I
great.
mean, now that you got a hole in it, you don't worry about it.
So, the world's fucking falling apart.
It is, of course.
Yes.
I feel for the folks.
Hell in a
I
handbasket.
feel for the parents in Texas.
Yes. Texas, the families, and the
Why the
friends
kid
and-
did what he did after he took out his grandmother and then he took out his kids in school.
young children.
We may never know.
We
We
may
might
never
know
know.
after they investigate.
Yeah.
But that's the.
Second one in 10 days.
Well, let me tell you about the other one in Buffalo. My sister called me today. She
Okay.
goes, listen to what's going on in New York.
No.
New York has what they call the regents. When you take your classes all year and you have to take a regents exam at the end, basically a final, and pass that to get credit.
Is that for the students or the teachers?
It's the students, right?
Okay.
It's only about 15 years old,
Yeah, right?
Kevin.
I don't even think I have a picture on it. But anyway,
Yeah, I don't.
So-
don't have this.
they went and canceled the American history
I look rather
regents
dapper,
test,
though, don't I?
okay? Because they said there's one question on there that might be upsetting the students because of the Buffalo shooting.
Do we know what the question is?
No, they won't tell anybody.
I think
I don't get it. I'm not downplaying the shooting by any means whatsoever, but you cancel a test that you have these kids going hell over whatever all year studying for, and then you just cancel it like that.
Stuff like that.
and they don't know for sure that the test or the question would or would not.
No, they
They just
assume. They assume.
They
Think
make
that if
a lot of assumptions. A lot of people do, and it usually turns out to be wrong.
well, you know what happens when you assume something, right?
Yes, I do.
Rangers score. Rangers score.
Yeah, Rangers.
They got to win. So the article today about storms from NOAA says they're calling for 14 to 21 named storms this year. They are predicting there will be 6 to 10 hurricanes. They're also predicting of these there will be 3 to 6
Major.
major hurricanes.
in our area?
And you, no,
No,
no.
just
Throughout the country?
Atlantic.
Out the world.
Atlantic.
Oh,
the
okay,
Atlantic,
okay.
Pacific,
Well,
whatever.
not Pacific. It's just the Atlantic hurricane season.
Yes.
No, we fly Pacific. Right?
This is Atlantic hurricane season right now. That's what they're quoting on. Atlantic hurricane season.
Yes,
So
sir.
why do we fly hurricane?
Yes,
season?
I do.
You don't do that this season because it's not hurricane season in the Pacific right now. It is in the Atlantic.
I guess we fly more year. We go to either Hawaii or year
Yeah.
round. So I don't know for sure.
Not that often.
I've never been there either. I like
When we go there.
I got no.
I like to go.
I was given the opportunity when Mary Lee was there, TDY.
So when
I went to Ohio, stayed with my cousin, who didn't make it another 3 months.
in Hawaii.
No, I mean that's why I went to Ohio instead of.
Passed away.
Yeah, he passed
Oh,
away.
Oh,
shit.
shit. Well, that's a good reason to get.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He was best
Sure,
man at my
sure,
wedding. He and I grew up together.
Oh, yeah, you gotta go. Yeah, I wouldn't went either.
So
So,
it was.
so,
I do not regret the decision whatsoever.
great. That's great that you don't.
No.
All right, we got,
Monkey.
Oh, did you have that on your card? Because it wasn't on my card. I got everything else except monkeypox. So I'm not gonna
No,
I'm not gonna get
you had
bingo.
smallpox, and then somebody actually had a. I don't know how serious this is, and I don't know for sure where they got these pictures from, but they had a picture of an advertisement of a hand with monkeypox on it,
right?
right? That is whatever it said, and then they had a picture of, you know what shingles is, with the same type of sore.
Yeah.
So they're just.
Actually, it looks like a lot like chickenpox. Yeah.
I was like, but they also some are saying that if you've already had smallpox,
I don't. You can still get monkeypox if you have sex at a rave in Europe.
Right.
That's where all this shit started, was some rave in Europe.
Oh, my.
It turned out to be a freaking gay
Oh,
orgy.
my.
Actually, what it was.
monkeypox
Oh.
vaccine. Speaking of new cigars, we should be having one in the next couple of weeks.
Make it a quadruple Lahara.
Should be.
All right, that's cool.
Curve. Make it a triple Lahara. A quadruple Lahara. The monkeypox vaccine.
Well, I got a question. Since Kevin is on the phone, online, and you're here,
I'm here.
you know, Ohio State fans, we read the article yesterday that they came out with the autopsy results on Glenn Haskins.
Stop doing the detail on the book.
He was super fucked.
It was.
Pittsburgh Steelers.
He had a alcohol level of 0.20,
Yeah, twice the
and
legal
then he
limit.
had ketamine, and I don't know what norketamine.
Norketamine.
What is that?
I have no idea. Didn't
Never
look
heard
it up.
I know what the one is,
Yeah,
and they call it Special K.
that's okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was pretty whacked out.
Yeah.
And
Well, witnesses
he was probably incoherent, and he walked out in traffic.
They said he was walking right down center lane.
Yeah, well then he had no ability to even know where he was at.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I mean? It's sad, and another person gone that didn't have to go.
Another goal, 2-0.
Yeah, you're right, Kerr. I think the only thing that we could say is probably more horrible is that shit coming in from Mexico.
Oh, the fentanyl?
Fentanyl.
Horse tranquilizer.
Yeah,
I believe he's
I
right.
think he is right. I think
He
it's
is
an animal
right.
tranquilizer. Yeah. Yeah. So.
Well, you know what? A friend of mine,
That's
a
pretty
friend
cool.
of mine took some of that,
Really?
and she had to be rushed to the hospital and had her stomach pumped. and
Oh
all that,
God.
And her system, whatever else they did to her system.
Yeah.
But she was actually trying to commit suicide.
Oh. So what about the guy that lost $1.8 million this weekend at the PGA?
On one shot, right?
No, one on his tee shot where he lost it. Dude, he had a smooth swing all freaking weekend, and for some reason he kind of went like all twisted up
Just
and
jacked
tried
it.
and that cost him $1.8 million.
Did you hear about the girl who lost the bet on the European soccer?
Huh.
She had a bet that she placed like 6 months ago on a team to win the third time in a row. and the team was playing in the finals, the gambling site gave her a call and said, "Hey, you want to cash out for 120,000?" She would have got 600,000 if they won. She says, "Nope, gonna let it ride." Lost.
Oh, she took a shot.
She took a shot.
She took a shot.
Ketamine is used for major depressive disorder. If you use it, I would maybe so if you use it in
Probably.
the right dosage.
Yeah, under doctors
But Curry, you take
Control.
mega doses.
with
What does that
alcohol.
do?
With alcohol
With a
too.
little alcohol and whatever else Disco
Yeah.
Biscuits he was taking.
Yeah, 2.0 or 0.20. Yeah,
No,
I can't imagine that would be a good combination.
no.
No, I don't think it. I don't think it is.
I go back to
Richard is saying, "What's up, Bones?"
what's up, Richard? I go back to golf. You know, the caddy for Justin Thomas who won. Okay, it's standard practice when they win the tournament, they sign the 18th flag and give it to the caddy. Right? So, and I did not know that.
Okay.
The 18th flag goes to the caddy if they win. So his caddy was named. It sounds just like the one of the announcers, but I can't remember. But anyway, he said he was previously a caddy for Phil Mickelson.
Right.
Not once did he get a flag from Phil Mickelson.
Wow.
Out of all the tournaments he caddied, he always gave the signed flag to his grandfather.
Okay.
All right. I guess after Phil Mickelson found out how the caddy felt about it, he sent him a bunch of flags, but he signed it like all goofy letters and shit like that. He said he did. He literally said he bitch slapped caddies.
How about that? Well,
Wow.
maybe he has.
Miguel Rodriguez.
Pica mañanitas, Miguel.
Welcome from the West Coast.
Yes.
And did you know Ohio State has a cosmetology and barber board?
Wow. Is that the state of Ohio or college? It's probably the
I
state
don't
of
know. I
Ohio.
would think maybe.
Mississippi has one
Could
too.
be. I would assume if he's passing the board, he's going to go through the states.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
we had sad news, we had crazy news, and I just want football season to start again.
100 days
Oh my
Is it
God.
today?
today. College
I
football.
missed that. I usually catch
100 days
that. I
today.
usually catch that.
Yeah. Is it 100 from today?
100 days from today.
They also have college baseball conference championships are starting up in the next day or two.
Nice.
And then the College World Series will be going on probably next week. I think they usually start around the 14th, 15th of June, the World Series.
Nice. I
Hey,
like
Morty
that.
facts. Did I roll the windows up?
Oh, is it coming in? Oh, it's raining.
Okay.
So,
I don't think.
oh, we already talked about this earlier. That the girl pled innocent to kill,
Yeah,
kill
to the-
Paul the Rooster.
To the Carl the Rooster situation, the girl pled not guilty
And it's going to go to trial in
on August.
Morty Facts at like the 28th of August.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Pled not guilty.
I may sit in on that and be asked to leave the courtroom.
You're gonna have to
Or
get
I'll
a
be in
wristband
contempt.
like they did for what's it?
Yeah.
The depth
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. But I'm going to get charged with contempt and get a $25
It'd
fine.
be hard not to laugh at that thing.
I know, I'm going to stand
It
up
was-
and say,
Thank you.
sentence her to death.
You know, they actually got a pic.
He just
What is
He
this guy?
just-
What is
you
this
know
guy
what?
got
Don't
against
you-
me, man?
Don't pay attention to it,
I
man.
I
Just
know,
let it roll.
Maybe I'll just fucking block him. That's the only way.
Yeah, don't block him, let him roll.
yeah, fuck.
Fucking idiot. But anyway, we have ketamine on the
Oh my goodness.
How much was that, Richard? And just let you know, I know a guy can get it cheaper for you.
You probably do, yeah. Yeah, you probably do.
You don't have to go to no hospital. You come see me.
Okay. So what's your thoughts on again? We'll go back to because they're pushing it again. The FDA getting rid of menthol cigarettes and
I think it's wrong,
Flavored
man. They've been
cigar.
around forever. Why are you taking out somebody's pleasure?
I just have some.
And what does
I don't
it
know.
does it make it any worse or any better? So why do you do it? Why is it menthol cigarette to be taken away?
It's an added chemical.
It's-
Yeah, but if they're gonna go out, then their deal is to go for the next one.
Absolutely. The next step is
So that's
cigarettes.
not right. So I'm against it. I'm against it. No, I'm not down with that.
Yeah.
I don't smoke cigarettes, so but I'm for the people who do smoke a nice cool or a Newport or whatever.
I mean,
It's you know what?
If they want to, they
Yeah,
they
it's on
don't.
them. They know the risk.
I think they do. There's warnings everywhere.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, I don't think that's
I
fair.
mean, the fucking commercials on TV.
Yeah.
Uh,
First commercial I ever seen, and it was probably ever the first commercial put on TV for a non-smoking ad was Yul Brenner when he said, "Whatever you do, don't smoke."
I remember
before
that.
he died.
yep.
That was
Whatever
the
that.
first
Whatever you
commercial
do.
for not whatever you do. Just
Bruce.
don't smoke. Hey Bruce, just don't smoke.
That's right. Said whatever
He
you do.
smoked, from my intel, 6 packs of Camels a day.
No.
Yep,
Filter.
non-filter,
Yep.
non-filter, with Frank and all the boys. He was a very good friend of Frank Sinatra, as everybody
Did he
knows.
hang out with the
And
black guy?
they used to hang out
Probably.
at Palm Springs
Oh yeah.
at the pool, and you'd see them both with a cigarette in their hand, and of course a cocktail.
Oh, yeah.
Wherein now I don't know why, whatever time of year it was in Palm Springs, that's Southern California,
It was pretty warm.
but they
almost all
both
year
had
round.
cardigans on. Yul Brenner was
could've
wearing a
been.
yellow one, and Frank was wearing a red one, and they're by the pool. So if they're by the pool, you can get in the pool, but they're wearing
But it's
slacks and
pretty
sweaters.
chilly in the desert at night, man.
Yeah, but it was in the daytime.
Oh,
You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. I remember that shot, and I said,
I don't know
"That's
how they-
pretty
Yeah, but
cool."
when
them
you're
two dudes.
when
And you
you're
know what about him?
styling, you
Yeah,
just got
profile.
you got to
He
style.
was always in great shape.
Oh, you
Yul
remember?
Brenner,
One of my favorite movies. He started one of my favorite movies.
the Ten Commandments.
Absolutely, love that.
He was great in that.
Yeah.
King and I, you always seen his legs and his frame just was thick. Crazy. Bill him for an eye surgery.
Okay, what else?
That is a good cigar, though.
Oh, fantastic.
So,
They-
what
they
else
need to
we got
make
in the
more.
cigar world?
BCA again, August 12th and 13th of August.
They're spending time at the
don't know.
with Congress, the CRA.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah, they're in
Again?
court again. Yeah.
I just don't know I don't know what their problem. I really don't know what the problem is. If it's all about getting money, just tax the shit out of it. Just tax
Well,
it. You know, why?
Well, they
I don't
already are.
understand
They
it
already
myself.
are taxing it,
Yeah.
really.
I don't understand why.
Canada just announced a 95% tax on cigars.
So they're not going to smoke them. Or you know what? They'll get
Or
them
they're
illegal.
gonna cross over to Detroit. Or,
And yeah, get them and bring them back.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I wish they'd do that.
Somebody posted something.
I hope they do it.
95.
95%.
So for 5, it's $9.95.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. $10 cigar.
Almost
Almost-
$19.95.
Almost 20. Yeah.
Yeah, almost 20.
That's crazy. What's up, Caitlin?
Caitlin, hello.
She was gonna watch that movie. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch it too.
Is it pool weather where you're at?
Oh hell no! It was raining like a
Your dad was by the pool the other day, and your mom too.
No.
How do you think about that?
What you got to say about that,
What do you got
Caitlin?
to say about
I
that?
was actually talking to her tonight on the way here, and she said, "I gotta go. I gotta call Bill so they can open the door for me because it's a torrential downpour, and I don't want to have to fuss with the key and get soaked."
Ah,
Oh my goodness. Yeah, he probably could. He knows a guy.
yep,
Yeah.
I do know
No.
a guy.
We got some. You know,
You can do that.
we're watching the VP on the TV earlier. You know, she's talking about elected officials here, and some elected officials, they're downright just idiots. They're idiots. There's a guy in Oklahoma City, state representative. His name is Mickey Dolan. I don't know if it's one and the same. I don't think it is.
I don't. You know what? I
It
think
might
he
be.
is in
It
politics.
might be. He proposed a mandatory vasectomy for boys when they hit puberty.
Well,
Yeah, that's about stupid.
yeah. Why? Why?
Zero-
would he? You know
zero
what?
population.
Here's the thing. There's supposed to be educated people for whatever reason. They got
Or
education.
you would
and
hope
training.
anyway, right?
Why would you make a statement like that? That's so
Pure stupidity.
asinine. It's pathetic.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to say something about, oh, I'm going to vote, I want to pass a bill that it's mandatory castration for convicted rapists.
Yeah.
Or pedophiles.
Pedophile. I don't have a problem with that.
No, I wouldn't either.
But this is freaking stupid.
There's no
It's
way in the
as-
world that's going to
It's
get
as
passed.
stupid as somebody wanting to know if anybody knows where they can go get a mani-pedi that's LGBTQ friendly. We saw that online.
Yeah, I was online and I answered that.
Was that one of the Ocean Springs ones?
Yeah,
So I think I saw it too.
and I answered it, and I
We don't
said,
care. We don't
and
care.
I said, what's it matter what your gender or whatever it is when you're going to get your feet or your hands done?
Yeah.
Pedophiles are
And the
pedophiles.
people, and then one of my friends, Jacqueline Temple, who's a good friend of mine, I told you, smartest broad from the Little Yellow.
Yeah.
She says, well, a lot of people are getting discriminated against. I said, well, if they did that in Ocean Springs, I wouldn't go to their place anymore because
There wouldn't be.
right.
They
So
wouldn't be an
the-
office.
the,
or
the
anything.
person who started it is an asshole because he commented that happened. There's a lot of discrimination in Ocean Springs, and I'm like, no, there's not.
Well, what's
We
the,
hear about it.
what
Yeah.
is, how do, what, okay, all the different places I've ever been to,
For your,
to get
for
that
what
done.
we get done, yeah.
They're gonna play me harder now.
you're gonna pay 50, whatever, 52, $55, whatever for both, get both
Yeah,
done.
yeah, Betty Petty.
They didn't take my money, it's supposed to take my wife's money.
Right, and but
So
they're
what
not
is it-
saying, they're
so
not
what does it
asking
matter?
you
Are you gay or
what,
are you
if you're
homosexual?
LGBTQ, whatever. They're not asking you that. The Asian people are welcoming you,
Yeah.
whoever you are,
Yeah.
and whatever you are, and saying, "Hey, sit down, put your foot in there, let's get it to go."
Yeah.
They,
Now,
they ain't questioning you
is it
or
right if
anything.
they wanted to? If they did that, if they asked that question, I would think that's totally wrong.
I wouldn't go.
But
there.
I don't see anybody doing that.
No,
Not in
they're
this
not
town.
doing that. That person was just starting shit.
Yeah, yeah.
They were just starting shit, and then I didn't get too much. And I don't get into it too much, but I wanted to tell them they were wrong for doing it.
Oh, Kevin, if he's still online, I don't know if he is.
Well,
Okay.
uh,
Yeah, Kevin came out with a cigar that can smoke from both ends.
I saw that, yeah.
He smoked one from either end,
he always did that.
but they actually designed it to where, depending on what end you light up, it's a different blend from this end, a different blend from that.
So
The
you
way
get
it starts.
So you can
Yeah.
get, lack of a better term, a surprise either way.
Yes.
So you can do it this way, boom, ah, that was different, and then and then you can say, well, I like it.
But you don't want to do it all at the same time.
Right, right.
You got, I would assume.
I did that last week.
Did you really?
It wasn't lit, it was just the ash.
That's like a friend of mine used to burn the mic all the time, remember?
Yeah, yeah.
But I would assume once you light it, you got to smoke through it all the way.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's going to
Yeah.
totally change when it gets to that.
The other end.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
That's
think
pretty cool.
actually- I tried.
And our friend Kevin did that.
He's
He's developing it.
yeah, yeah. He
Good.
actually released it.
Released
All right, hey Kev, can I hand?
Let's see.
The man is moving
Where's
up.
the pretty one?
Jess,
Yeah,
Yeah.
she ain't there, or it's just him on there.
it's probably just
She's
him.
usually right by his side.
She's probably busy taking care of him.
Yeah, taking care of him.
There was a police officer and a firefighter that switched around. They weren't on duty. They stopped to help somebody that got through an accident on the side of the road. And got shot.
The disabled person did? The person who was under distress?
Yep.
Yeah.
They got the setup.
I
Oh,
think so.
absolutely.
If we had one, we would have certain type of tobacco, and we would actually name it if we did a competition. We call it the Redemption.
Oh, yeah, that's a good name for a cigar. That might be the next one. I like that.
So,
Salmonella recall on Jet People, depending on the lot number you have.
Yes, yes.
on what are we going, what?
Jif
Jif
peanut butter.
I like Jif. Skippy Jif.
You need to look at
Crunchy Skippy's
the
the best.
you need to look at the
I like
number and stuff. The premium one, I think, is the one that's got the recall.
But
When they come out today?
No, it's about a week ago.
or something.
Okay.
but a creamy,
Choosy mothers choose Jif.
I've heard
Now-
that a time or two.
the Jif with the jelly in it. No.
Oh,
I'm not- I'm not- I'm
that
not
was an
into that.
abomination.
I'm not into
Yeah,
that.
but they do make. I think Stouffer's makes it a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. You brought one
Oh yeah, the
in.
Crunchables.
No, not me, not
The
me.
Who brought it in?
The Crunchables.
They're
They're
good.
called Crunchables.
With no crust.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah, they are really
They're
good.
really. Yeah, who brought them in? Did you bring them in? Somebody brought them in. I had one. It was real good.
Well, I mean, we probably don't have in the industry, but we know people in the industry.
Mhm.
So, I mean, there is that, right? It's right there.
Oh, look to my left.
Oh,
Anyway,
Thank you. Somewhere around here.
no other football news or anything like that, right? Basketball's going pretty good. You know what I don't understand with these pros? The one team up 30 points last night. They ended up winning by 20. But the team they played 2 nights before that, it was the other way around.
The same two teams?
Yes,
Yeah, it was.
the Celtics and
Just how they're feeling that
so they were
day?
just
Yeah,
on.
but I
They were
mean,
just on point.
yeah, but in 2 days,
Were they both at home?
Take care, Bruce.
see you, Bruce.
Oh, Bruce, let me know if I win.
Yeah, of course he
Oh,
is.
yeah.
No, they're
Listen.
smoking tobacco. What's it called? The guy
You're
did the
making
charity
you're
thing.
making them look like shit at the ball club, the way you're playing. And then the next night it goes the other way.
Mhm.
Seems like something's rotten in Denmark.
Your brother thinks there is.
Yeah.
The fix is in.
Your
You know what I
brother.
mean? More so than football than basketball. Well, you know what?
It's easy to shave points in basketball.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
They
but
just don't make
when
it.
you got
Now,
one,
what's his name? Number 22 for Miami.
oh no,
Butler.
Butler.
He couldn't hit a shot last night to save his life.
Huh.
But the night before, or 2 nights before,
Smoked
he
it.
wasn't missing.
He's probably hung over you last time.
Yeah.
No,
See,
too much
you know,
blood.
that's my theory with that because I told you about the Green Bay game that time with the Eagles.
Yeah.
Absolutely, I believe that because we're human beings. All right, we kicked ass. that
Really?
game.
They raised
Nice.
John and Carlito Fuente is going to match that.
That is nice.
That's
Listen now, right? They go out and they party.
good on him, Bruce.
You
That's fantastic.
cannot be right the next night.
No, you're right.
You cannot be right.
You got that right.
Now, do you think, all right, you went to work today,
No, actually, I didn't. I called in sick. I got
All right.
my back is
the day before?
same
You
thing.
went in.
No.
Okay, now,
Wait,
if you perform, what I'm getting the point
Yeah,
at,
my back
I
is
don't
out.
even do that. No, I'm just fine.
you know, answer.
You
You
want
get
it?
my, the point was, you
Yeah.
go to that work, right?
Right.
Perform the day. That day you drank that 151. That, if you had work the next day, how do you think you would do?
The same way I did at the cigar event.
You would have called him sick.
I would have been in bad shape.
So, but your performance level would have been at
Oh.
least half that, right?
I was
Oh.
I was in rough shape. No,
So
I
that's
wasn't
what I'm
even
saying. So
not even
you're a
half.
pro. You're a pro.
I'm not a pro.
You go out tonight. I go out tonight.
I think
And I get
drove-
liquored
I
up.
think
And I
I
came
drove-
in here the next day. How am I going to be with the customers?
Oh, you'd be short with them, and yeah, because you're not in the right shape.
And you're not right.
I don't remember, but I think I drove to the bus that morning. He was bad off, dude.
I
Oh
was.
yeah, I think you did too.
He was bad off.
Because I was with Mike and I.
Yeah, because you had to cross that bridge.
Yeah, that bridge.
Yeah, but I mean, that's what I'm saying with these guys. Or what are they doing? Because they're not under college rules where like Saban does. Hey, you ain't even going out and tying your shoe differently.
No, because they're pros.
Right.
Butler was hurt
Yeah,
in game
that's
3.
what it said.
Okay.
Thank you, Mort.
Well,
Morty Facts.
last year there was a game, and this is where your brother said it's fixed for sure. There was a game, the team beat the opponent by like 50 points, and then the next game they played, they lost by like 30. How do you win
That's what
that
I'm saying. How
decisively?
is it just a difference of 48 hours? Even being on or a little off or something like that happens. I just
I
don't
know they
understand.
call it home court advantage, but that's beyond ridiculous.
Right. That's what I'm saying. How does that happen?
And what Smoking Joe said was the next game, the over under and the spread and all that stuff was crazy because of the previous game, and you know, people were betting over because they knew it was just going to be that.
Yeah,
And they scored under.
yeah.
He said, fixes in.
I think because it's been proven, the thing you could probably fix the most is a boxing ring.
If you can get to the boxer,
Yes. If you
I
get
think
to the boxer.
that's would be the hardest one to prove.
Mm-hmm.
I would
Yeah.
have to agree
I
with you
mean,
on that one.
if they go out and give it a good college try,
But you know what? We
3
all
rounds
watch
get knocked
these
out.
matches on TV. These cage matches. Where come on, man! One judge gives them all 3 rounds and
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
win any of them. Now, like, what's he
Yeah, that
looking
happened
at?
last this weekend.
Yeah,
That made no
what's
sense.
he looking at?
Yeah, what did he see that we did?
Yeah, I mean, but he's right here. We're on TV, which is close. But he's right here. But nobody else did that. So where is he off that much?
Yeah, but he still could be on the other side of the cage.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, how
Favoritism.
can he be that much off? Now, if he
Bias.
gets 2-1, absolutely.
Bias. Because as far as the scorecard goes, is it really a hit? You know,
Right.
I'm going to score it as a hit.
Yeah,
May have missed it.
yeah.
May not have seen it as
Now,
a miss.
do any of us know, do they hand that in every round or do they wait to the end? Because I think they should hand it in every round.
I agree with you.
I
I think
think they do
I
it
would
at the
think that it
end.
would be.
Yeah, but I would hand it, they should have a card,
Yeah, I see what he's saying.
10-9, and hand it in.
Yeah.
Hand it in.
So that way you can't edit it
Right.
at the end of the.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, facts.
And I think it gets edited.
In the UFC fight, do the judges turn the card in after each round, or is it at the end of the match?
Yeah, see, that's right.
So you could actually, a judge could actually fix
Absolutely.
right then and there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, we saw the female fight this weekend. That the other girl won, and we were all like, "How the hell did that happen?" The other girl beat the daylights out of her.
Yeah. But I'm saying, why don't they turn it in at the end of the round? And they put it in a slot.
Actually, they got Terry. They got the bare knuckles here. They got the fighting here.
They do something. Yeah, the last one was not here, but was it Vegas?
Yeah. It
No,
wasn't
or
big.
Madison Square Garden. It was some other location. Normally they have bare knuckle.
Yeah. And they beat the living shit
You know
out
what I
of
mean?
each other.
They
too.
should hand
They're
it in
wore
at the end
out.
of the card.
Those bare knuckle fighters are wore out.
But
when
some of
that
them is
fight's
yeah.
over with.
When you watch the heavyweights, some guys at 260, 300 pounds.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god. They're done after one round.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. They don't have the cardio.
They spent their load.
Yeah,
Quick.
absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
There was a this is way off the fighting thing. I never heard of this. I never heard of this rapper. Carmen Williams, who goes by the rapper name C Blue.
Oh yeah, he's my favorite.
Is it?
No.
Sea Blue?
He apparently shot a police officer the other day, or last week. He's a felon with the gun, shot a police officer, and the city prosecutor said he cannot be prosecuted, but they won't say that. He chose not to prosecute. Shot a freaking cop.
What city?
What do you think?
New York.
Shot a
Now, that
cop.
don't make sense.
Shot a cop.
He's
and
a
will not be
felon,
prosecuted.
but he's a convicted felon. Convicted felons should never, ever have access to a gun
Or a
slingshot.
taser.
or a taser or voting.
Absolutely.
And not even a slingshot.
No, should not even have that option.
You shouldn't even have a boomerang.
Shouldn't have a boomerang. That's right. Not even if they went down under.
Yeah, you know, hit themselves.
Yeah.
Remember when remember on Gilligan's Island when they thought he was a remember they had the what's it called? In Hawaiian and tribal things. Not is it a totem pole? Totem pole, and it looked like Gilligan at the top, and the skippers gave him a boomerang and said he wasn't a headhunter, because Gilligan thought, and he threw the boomerang and it stuck to the skipper. Yeah, so,
That was a good show.
absolutely.
I read something today. Good fact, because you watch old shows. Question for you: was the Brady Bunch popular when they were actually shown
the show.
the show itself, not rerun, but the show itself.
I think the reruns were more popular.
Yeah.
Absolutely
More popular.
were more popular at
Yeah.
that point.
Yeah,
They were actually getting ready to shut it off because
Right. it just
was,
was the viewing
just
there
wasn't
wasn't there. Yeah.
And they actually became a whole lot more popular in the rerun.
And
How
not
about that?
Not that I care or give a shit, but the guy in real life was gay.
It absolutely
Right.
was.
Yes, and Greg had relations with the mother.
No, she turned him down.
Oh, I thought later
I
in
thought
life
they
they
had-
had
No,
relations.
that was also in the article I read.
Oh, okay.
She turned him down because of their age difference.
But was it Cindy or Jan?
The
Jan
two
was-
youngest were seeing each other.
Yeah, and wasn't
Cindy and Bobby?
Yes.
yeah,
Go Bobby.
and wasn't Jan in some risque movies?
I don't know
I
about
think
that.
she got
Jan
into
was.
she got into something.
A little, it may have been like a PG-13, something like that.
But I think I saw a picture recently in
Hey, Tom.
um
Welcome from
Hey,
South
Tom.
Dakota.
Marsha still pretty
And you know
pretty hot.
who was looking good? He had that show, Peter. Peter
He's
had
the
a
only one that
reality show.
actually made it.
Yeah,
out of all of them.
and he had a reality show, and he was pretty cool.
Did he really?
He's the
Yeah.
only one that has made it to date.
Well,
Yeah.
Lawrence Henderson didn't do too bad. I mean, she was known before she even
Ooh,
did
did
she
you
was.
ever see her roast
Oh yeah.
when they roasted her? Whew.
But as far as business and stuff goes,
When you're on the deck and you don't have a cover, you utilize whatever you have available.
oh,
I
Sawzall.
just
Yeah.
I just like the tip off that machete that I had at cleaning the deck. I didn't feel like
I read somebody said they didn't have a cutter, so they bit the end off.
that's what they used to do back
Of course
in
they
the day.
did. But
right?
they were,
Right.
yeah, but they were different. They were made
The
different.
cap,
back
yeah.
then, too.
But that's what Columbo did.
Yeah.
Because one of the rich guys, he went, no. How
course
did he
he
say it?
would.
I forget how he said it, but anyway, he gave Columbo a V
cutter?
cut, a
Uh-huh.
V cutter. And Columbo gave it away. He went, I guess this is the best way to do it.
Mm.
And then he lit it.
Did you know we read an article the other day? Everything he wore on that show was his own personal
Yes.
clothes, not just his coat.
When
Any-
he walked onto
anything
the
he
set
wanted.
the first day, he came dressed. He had a shirt and tie on, and,
Yeah.
and his overcoat, which he paid $18 for at a department store.
Probably
Yeah.
J.C. Penney
And
or TG
they
Line.
said, "You are like that. That's what you're
That's
wearing.
you.
Yeah, that's your wearing."
That's you.
Radio suit and
Yeah,
Wow.
the
Wow.
show. The show's okay. I mean, I like Rocky.
the overcoat's the best stuff.
So you're
It's in Southern California.
again, you're the big fan of the old time TV shows,
Yes.
and because I read this article, it was kind of fascinating. What animals was on the Brady Bunch?
They had a shaggy dog.
Okay.
It was like a golden collar.
No, I don't remember.
And how did he die?
Oh, I don't remember that.
He got run over.
Oh no, I don't remember
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
The very first episode, there was a cat.
Okay, and that was golden too, right?
Don't remember the color of the cat, but they said it was only one episode.
I think that was golden too.
Only one episode.
But yeah, they
Because
had the
cats
shaggy
weren't
looking
popular
dog.
then. Dogs were.
No, yeah, dogs were.
Interesting article.
My
That
brothers
just
were such masters, and
No.
we always get the end off. We would
I knew a
smoke
guy-
a cigar and then chew
You
it
know,
up.
I think
I knew
the guy
somebody
from
that
you-
used to smoke.
There was a cheat. He would just chew the whole cigar.
Yeah, it was a load master.
Yeah, chew the whole cigar.
Yeah,
We know somebody like that here.
A guy.
Oh yeah.
He would. He'd get on the 141, and he had a cigar hanging out of his mouth, and you know they'd say, "Load, you can't smoke on
That's
the
that he just walked by.
you can't smoke on the plane." He says, "I'm not gonna." By the time the flight was over with, he'd chewed that thing up. Yeah.
I got one bottle left.
What?
I sold two.
I knew you were gonna sell it.
At cost.
Oh wow.
That's
I
good.
didn't charge anybody. I sold one to Jamie in the side shop.
Yeah.
He loves bourbon, and I sold one Mike Jones didn't want me to sell. So
Good. I sold Mike Jones a bottle of that last year for Christmas.
What?
Yeah.
I don't know how you found that shit. Man.
Tom found it for me, and Thomas found it for me. Went all the way to New Orleans to get it for me.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I went to the shop at again yesterday morning, and he actually got. There was a young kid stocking shelves, and that. He got his lanterns in the back and looked at me and went, he said, "Really?"
I probably did it for my buddy David.
We'll talk offline.
Okay, yeah. If it's gettable, he can get it because he owns a real big liquor store, a real
So-
major one.
Here's the article on Kevin.
Yeah.
He's doing about frat. I don't know how do you pronounce it. Fratello.
Look at Barry's blisters
Fratello?
from raking.
Oh,
there we
wow.
go, from yard work.
Why would you do that? I got a guy.
Yeah.
Fuck.
He owes you about 20 more years of lawn work,
At
right?
least, yeah.
Okay, I figured that. Yeah.
At least.
We didn't get Merrill Lee when she retired.
Doubtful.
Nah.
I don't even think I'm going to get breakfast occasionally when she retires.
When's that? July?
Yeah.
No, when
You
is
know
it?
what I'm
January,
saying, right? January.
January. She's
Yeah.
done.
Nah, she
January
She
4th,
looked
man.
count the days.
is
She
actually.
got the clock.
She got a clock.
Good for her.
Yep. She can tell you to the day.
I gotta change that clock.
To the day, to the hour, to the minute, to the second.
Yeah, my brother had that, and he went off that morning, and that was the end of that.
She got her paperwork for her reserve retirement.
Good for her.
So in July, her reserve retirement kicks in.
Nice.
So I actually had a guy that came in the office yesterday. Older gentleman, just gonna be turning 60 in like 3 months or so.
Okay.
So he came in and he said, I want to put in for my, we got to retire from the military in the reserves at the age of 40, right? You can't collect your retirement until you're 60,
Right.
Okay.
okay? Or a few years less depending on how many
Deployments and
orders you
stuff.
had and all that.
Right.
So they figured that all out. So he says, how do I do this? I said, well, we don't do that here. We do that at Defects, we do that somewhere else.
Yeah.
And I can't tell you how to do it, but I got the info from Merrill Lee, and I forwarded it on to this guy. But in the meantime, I was asking him
She's right. Go ahead.
to eat breakfast. I didn't get dinner either. On a good TV show. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
so. Merrill Lee's going to fall into the vortex. Okay. Well, I was going to make dinner, but then I got stuck on the show. And,
HGTV.
and I don't really care because if she doesn't cook, I lose weight.
Right.
But anyway, so the guy, I'm asking the guy questions to try and get as much information and to help him.
Yeah.
Because that's what we do. And he says, oh, it's probably, all my papers are buried in the storage unit and in the
Oh.
back and this and that. And I really don't feel like going digging through that unless I have to. Well, dude.
But your retirement.
You've been waiting 20 years. I wanted to say you've been waiting 20 years for your friggin' retirement.
And you're
I
still.
would have had those papers in my hand when I walked through the door.
Yep. Yep. There's my retirement stuff. Tell me when I'm going to get paid.
Yes.
So now you got to fill out these 2 forms, send it in, and hope they work it quick. Or you're not going to get it
Right.
anytime soon.
They recommend six months.
Right. Now, I'm not a reservist. I work for them, but I'm a firm believer when they retire at the 20-year mark, I wouldn't necessarily say give them the whole retirement right away, because that's part of the deal you make when you're only working 2 weeks a
Part-time.
year,
Right.
1 week in a month.
Right.
Some do a lot more if they go on orders to do whatever. But prorated, started at 20 and gradually worked your way up. But then the argument is, well, that's the deal you made when you signed the paper saying, I'll take my retirement at the age of 60 to do all this. Because some will get in our position, they'll serve 30 years as civil service, and they could be 55 when they retire, and 5 more years, they're getting their second retirement.
Okay. I understand.
But that's just what they do. You know, that's how they sign up.
Yep.
That's how the reserve saves money.
And in today's society, or in the world that we live in today, they don't need a draft because they got reservists and guardsmen that they can activate and send them over for 6 months.
This is along the lines of reserves, but this is a National Guard guy. National Guard officer was allowed to retire after the General Court Martial convicted him of charges stemming from motorboating a subordinate soldier during an informal promotion ceremony.
Who doesn't enjoy a good motorboat?
And maybe not in front of other people, but you just don't do shit like that out in the open where it boils down to if there's more than one person involved.
Got a camera, they're recording everything.
Oh man.
Jerry, you probably already know I'm prior military. I still work for him. Mort's prior military. He still works for him.
Me, not so much.
And we love our jobs.
I love
Absolutely.
my job
I
here.
really do like my job. I just,
You don't like some of the people?
well,
Nah, you don't like them. It's just they act like the fools.
like yesterday, I have a meeting at 9 o'clock in the morning to tell all these 2 commanders, we have no money, stop traveling, don't do nothing, do nothing. we have no money, nothing. And they're all like, well, we got to do this. I said, I'm telling you, we have no money. We can't. And I'm not signing any orders. I'm not having my people sign
No,
orders.
because that
saying-
comes back to you.
Exactly. So I can't do that. I walk out of the office and go to my computer and get an email that says, oh, we just gave you $1.2 million. Now I gotta go back.
And have another meeting and say, all right, now you can do it.
We got money.
I'm like,
Yeah, well, that's,
I do bitch about it a
That's-
lot, but
that's
I bitch about the people in the sponsorship. But I like what I did.
I like what I
Always
do.
have, always have. But
Well, you got how long left, you think?
no longer than July of next year. I'm 62. I'm done. I'm done.
So you're done. Okay, so you don't got long to
A little
go.
over a year at
Yeah.
most. Now, like I always said, if something happens that pisses me off, I'm done.
Right, right.
I mean, it
But
really.
then you still have to wait 6 months.
Yeah.
I gotta wait.
What if
You have to. You could put in.
what if you had a knee surgery? You hurt your knee and you had a knee surgery. Not on base, not in workman's comp. And you said, it's not gonna be really conducive.
I can
to
go
me."
into work the next day, put in my retirement papers, but it has to be at least, like if I want to retire 31 December, I can't put papers in until June.
Right.
Okay.
6 months out.
But if I go in tomorrow and say I want out, I can retire tomorrow.
Okay.
He won't
Now,
get his,
how will that affect you financially?
he won't get his pay for however many months it
3 months
takes.
maybe.
Okay.
If it's
So like I
all
said,
out,
you could say you had, God forbid, you hurt your knee out walking in Walmart.
I lose.
And you say, I just don't want to go through this anymore.
You lose
I'm
a
out.
couple of percent for every year you go under 62.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
right.
But it's
Minimal, right?
maybe like 2%
Yeah,
a
I'm
year.
just saying, because I'm thinking, why you gotta wait 6 months if you want to go? Why can't you just say,
Oh, you
It's
can.
because of paperwork.
okay, okay.
But
Nothing runs fast with the government.
What's the status of the phantom payments you want?
We're waiting. They're on order.
They're on order and
It's-
we're hearing something soon.
It should be in country, he said, by the first of the month.
So we got a couple of days.
I know when I get that text that says you owe me money, you're here.
Right.
And then I have to collect some more from them.
We should pay them like somebody else used.
Oh, checks in the mail.
We pay our bills
We do pay our bills.
Yes.
Yeah.
with our own money.
All right, what else we
What
got,
are we gonna
guys?
do?
Oh, it's time, Barry.
Yeah, oh, we gotta do that.
You got to do
Remember, highlight
sponsors.
them so I can see it.
Yeah.
Our first one
Speaking of which,
is Dr. Oscar Rodriguez.
I got
GTO Cigars. Those who know smoke GTO. The telephone number there is at 334-538-2949. And talk to the man himself.
tell them the asshole.
And we also have Ray Sato, the cigar enthusiast, at cigarenthusiast.com.
Who is a traveling salesman for Blanco Cigar.
Blanco.
Good cigar.
You
It is a good
remember
cigar.
Benny Blanco from the Bronx?
Benny Blanco was in,
Carlito's Way.
yeah, wasn't Benny the name of the guy also in, the one with not Al Pacino, what's his name, played the bus driver, the kid.
Oh,
Oh, you mean
Brooklyn-
Bronx Tale?
Bronx Tale.
Yes. What's our next one?
Blanco's out on nationwide, well, not nationwide, but regional tour, by the way.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right.
K by Karen, Don Kiki Cigars in Daytona Beach, Florida.
Last,
But,
But
not,
not least.
certainly least, Kevin and Jessica at cigarprop.com. Jessica's the pretty one. And also on Monday nights, you can watch at
Every other
my
Monday.
time,
Every other Monday.
every other Monday, starting this coming Monday,
No, the 6th of June.
the 6th of June, you go watch No Bones About It, Bones himself, at 6 p.m. Don't miss it. It's a good show.
And Tuesday night at
What about,
Ooh,
we also have
Tony Montana.
our sponsor here,
Yeah, but he did.
Coast
a lot more
Cigars and
blow than he did
Lounge.
cigars.
He did a lot of blow.
I think he did
We'd
more.
like to thank Fast Eddie and Scotty Too Hottie from Coast Cigars here at 3418 Bienville Boulevard / Highway 90 in beautiful Ocean Springs,
I
Mississippi.
gave him a hard time.
Our host.
Our host.
Yeah.
I gave him a hard time last time after the show. Go from the
Who's that? Really? Ah.
Well, what do you think, gentlemen?
Tony Montana, he did more blow than he did cigars in the movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dutch from Predator,
They're
yes.
supposed to be
But
good.
also, Terry, what Dutch doesn't do on a regular basis, but he does in the movies, he uses a, what's it called lighter?
Zippo.
Zippo.
Does he?
Yes. And Predator used
Oh,
a
he
Zippo.
did. Yes, he
Yeah, he
did.
did a Zippo lighter.
You never use a Zippo with a cigar.
No, because of
The lighter
the
fluid.
fumes and the fluid contaminate the cigar.
Exactly.
Who's to say he didn't have an insert back then? Maybe they have him. We didn't know that.
And he probably is the one that came out with it.
I mean, I've got all my Zippos got inserted.
Well, is
Yeah,
that it
mine
for
too.
tonight, guys? We got anything else, Bones? It's 20, almost 25 after the hour.
I don't. I'm good.
Mort?
That's fucking hot.
That's hot. I just seen
That's
it.
hot.
Damn.
That's hot. Now that's a fire. What's that from?
I'm on fire.
Well, fire.
Now that's a fire.
That's probably a corn.
No.
No?
I don't think
dude.
so.
Oh,
Anyway, all right.
Okay, hold
For
on.
the 5
Hold
and a
on.
half
hold on a
legs.
second.
Hold on a
Hey,
second.
hey,
Talking about on fire. I got to give up one skip for Jackass 4.5. Okay. Got 5 of the new. They brought in some new
Talent.
people. They brought in a girl too.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, she wasn't a part of this skit. Got a 5 one that had these cushions set up, and they would kneel down the cushions. They bent over, had their pants down. So they took funnels in their butts and poured hot sauce straight from the bottom.
Where did they
You
come up with this?
wouldn't
Then-
feel it.
No.
Then they said, "Oh, that wasn't that bad." They said, "Oh, wait a minute, we're not done yet." They took a can of compressed air that had a hose on it.
Oh, no. Oh.
I'm telling you.
Oh.
All right, gang.
Got 'em.
From Mort,
That is a gross
Bones,
show.
and myself, Maverick, the 5 and a half leg virtual cigar lounge bid you good night.
Thanks
gonna
for
go watch
watching,
some
folks.
Talk to
Hockey.
you soon. Good night,
Yeah,
everyone.
Go watch the Rangers win.
I didn't need that.
Thanks, Kevin.
That's right.